What if I told you that within you lies a portal, a gateway to a dimension of profound understanding, wisdom, and peace, a place that exists beyond the noise of everyday life, where time slows down and the true essence of who you are reveals itself? This isn't some esoteric fantasy or distant spiritual dream. This is your hidden consciousness, waiting for you to step into it. Welcome, traveler of the mind, to a transformative experience. Today, we're going to show you how to unlock this hidden dimension in just 30 minutes. Yes, you heard that right, 30 minutes. It's not a matter of if you can do it, it's a matter of when you're ready. This journey may seem like a leap into the unknown, but rest assured, the mysteries that lie ahead are part of you. They are woven into the very fabric of your being. What we will reveal today is not some external force, but rather an awakening of something that's been quietly waiting to be noticed, perhaps for lifetimes. So, let's begin. We live our lives in a constant state of distraction. Our attention is pulled in 1,000 different directions. The past, the future, the countless demands of daily life. These are the forces that hold us in place. This is the ordinary mind, the mind that reacts to circumstances, that is shaped by external pressures, and that is often confined to the narrow view of what we call reality. But what if reality is not what it seems? Imagine for a moment that everything you think you know about yourself, your world, and your purpose is only a fragment of a much larger picture. That the you that you experience in daily life is only a reflection of the vast, untapped potential within you. This is where the hidden consciousness resides. The ordinary mind is like a fog, clouding our vision, limiting our perception of the world, and keeping us locked in a cycle of unconscious existence. This fog is composed of our habitual thoughts, fears, desires, and judgments. We are, in essence, prisoners of our own mental patterns. But what if you could clear the fog? What if, for just a brief moment, you could see beyond it? This is the first step in unlocking your hidden consciousness. Take a deep breath now and allow yourself to become aware of your thoughts. You'll notice that your mind is always moving, always seeking, always reacting. These thoughts, this constant stream, are like the surface of an ocean, constantly in motion. But beneath the surface, there is stillness. Beneath the surface, there is depth. And it is in this depth that your true consciousness resides. The secret to unlocking your hidden consciousness is not found in the future or the past. It's found in the present moment. The power of presence is the key. Think about it. How often do you truly experience the present? How often do you catch yourself lost in thought, thinking about what you just did or worrying about what's coming next? The present moment is where life unfolds, where consciousness reveals itself, yet most of us spend our lives missing it. We live in a state of perpetual mental noise, always elsewhere. To unlock your hidden consciousness, you must learn to anchor yourself in the present. This isn't about focusing on your surroundings or becoming aware of the details of your environment. It's about becoming aware of you. Take another deep breath, close your eyes, and feel the breath entering and leaving your body. Focus on that simple sensation. Don't try to control it or judge it. Just notice. The simple act of breathing is a doorway to the present. This is where the veil begins to lift. As you continue to breathe deeply, allow your mind to soften. You might notice resistance, thoughts that pull you away from the moment. That's okay. Just gently return your awareness to your breath. With each breath, you are peeling away the layers of the ordinary mind. You are coming closer to what lies beneath. One of the most profound aspects of unlocking your hidden consciousness is realizing that you are not separate from the world around you. In fact, separation is an illusion. The sense of self, that egoic construct that makes you feel distinct from everything else, is a creation of the mind. The truth, however, is that you are a part of a greater whole. You are the entire ocean, not just the waves. The mind wants to believe that it is separate, that you are a single individual, disconnected from the vast expanse of existence. This belief is what keeps us locked in limitation, constantly seeking something outside ourselves for fulfillment. But what if the fulfillment you seek is already within you? What if the very nature of your consciousness is the key to unlocking all of it? Think about how you experience the world. You see yourself as you and everything else as other. This duality is the root of suffering and limitation. But when you can break through this illusion, when you see that everything is connected, your hidden consciousness will begin to emerge. Try this exercise. Close your eyes again. This time, as you breathe, imagine that your breath is not just filling your body, but also the space around you. With each inhale, feel as though you are breathing in the entire room, the entire world, the entire universe. With each exhale, feel as though you are releasing into that same vastness. Feel the boundary between you and everything else begin to dissolve. This is the beginning of true awareness. You are not separate from the world. You are an integral part of it. Now that we've begun to dissolve the ordinary mind and glimpse the interconnectedness of all things, we are poised to dive deeper into the very heart of your hidden consciousness. But to enter this space fully, to truly unlock it, we must embrace the quietest and most subtle of all elements, silence. This silence, however, is not simply the absence of sound. It's a much rarer kind of stillness, the absence of mental chatter. Imagine for a moment the vast expanse of the universe, silent and unperturbed. In this vastness, you can feel the pulse of existence, but it is not an overwhelming noise. It's a quiet hum, an underlying harmony that requires no effort to be heard. This is the silence we are seeking. In its natural state, the mind does not need to constantly think. It is not perpetually analyzing, categorizing, judging, or labeling. These are the habits of an overstimulated mind, conditioned by a world that relentlessly demands our attention. The constant flow of thoughts, emotions, and distractions is the result of a lifetime spent reacting to the external. But what if, just for a moment, you could step outside that stream? What if you could find a space where your thoughts no longer dominate your experience? What if, in that space, the noise of the world faded into the background and you were left only with a pure sense of awareness? This is the essence of your hidden consciousness. It is not something to be thought about. It is something to be experienced. It's not a product of the mind's incessant activity, but rather the stillness before thoughts arise, the silence that exists in the pauses between breaths, the vastness of being that lies at the core of everything. To reach this state, you must let go of the need to control, to force your mind into a particular shape. You must surrender to the present moment, not just as a mental exercise, but as a deep, heartfelt release. At first, this may feel unnatural. Your mind has been trained to hold on to thoughts, to evaluate, to scrutinize. The idea of surrendering that control might seem impossible, but understand that this silence is not something you create. It is already within you. It is a return to your true state. It is the natural condition of the mind, unburdened by the noise of judgment and fear. It is the peace that lies beneath the turbulence of thought. Let's explore how you can access this silence. Find a comfortable place where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes gently. Begin to pay attention to your breath, but without trying to control it. Let it flow naturally, without effort or expectation. Feel each breath as it enters your body and exits it. Notice how the air feels as it passes through your nostrils, fills your lungs, and exits again. This simple act of breathing is your anchor to the present. As you focus on the breath, notice the thoughts that arise. You may feel the pull of your mind, the urge to analyze, to judge, to label the experience. When thoughts appear, don't engage with them. Don't try to follow them, change them, or stop them. Simply notice them as they come and go, like clouds drifting across a vast sky. Rather than fighting the thoughts, shift your awareness to the space between them. There are small gaps, brief moments where the mind is still, where there is no thought. These moments are like tiny slivers of eternity. Rest your attention in these spaces. Don't rush them. Let them stretch. Let them deepen. With each breath, these moments of silence will grow. You will begin to notice how your thoughts become less frequent and less dominant. The more you practice, the quieter the mental noise becomes. Eventually, you may feel as if your mind is a vast, open space, free from the clutter of thoughts. And in that space, your hidden consciousness will start to reveal itself. As the noise of your mind dissipates, you might experience a profound sense of relief, a feeling of expansiveness, as if your true self is emerging from behind a veil. You may encounter clarity, peace, or a subtle yet undeniable sense of connection to everything around you. This is the doorway to your hidden consciousness, and it has always been here, just waiting for you to notice. Remember, this silence is not about force or willpower. It's about allowing. You are not trying to achieve something. You are simply returning to your natural state. As you become more familiar with this silence, you will begin to notice that it's not something that ends when your session does. It will stay with you, quietly rippling through your experience. Even as you move through your day, you'll begin to recognize it in moments of stillness, in between activities, and even amidst the noise of the world. This is the secret of the silent mind. It is not bound by time or circumstance. It is always available to you. The more you access it, the more you realize that this silence is not a void. It is the source of all things. It is the space where awareness arises, where your true self is found, and where the hidden consciousness that you are begins to shine through. So continue to practice this silence. Be gentle with yourself as you let go of the need to control or force anything. Allow the space between thoughts to grow, and in that growing space, your hidden consciousness will begin to make itself known. As you continue to dissolve the ordinary mind and quiet the mental chatter, something beautiful begins to happen. You start to experience the light of awareness, a profound sense of clarity, peace, and knowing that exists beyond the ordinary mind. This light is not external. It is not something you seek outside yourself. It is the very essence of your consciousness. It is always there, beneath the layers of thought, waiting to be recognized. When you tap into this light, you experience the world with a new clarity. You see things as they truly are, not clouded by judgment or illusion. Imagine a light shining through a fog. The fog is like your ordinary mind, thick and heavy with distractions. But when the light pierces through, everything becomes clear. This is what happens when you unlock your hidden consciousness. The fog of the mind begins to lift, and you experience a moment of pure presence and awareness. To access this light, simply remain in the silence you've cultivated. Don't try to force anything. Allow the light to reveal itself naturally. It may begin as a small spark, a subtle awareness of something greater, but with practice, that light will grow, illuminating the path to deeper understanding. You've made it. You've journeyed through the layers of the ordinary mind, peeled back the fog, and softened the mental noise. And now, in this moment, you've arrived at the very heart of your hidden consciousness. This is the place where true transformation begins, where the essence of who you are can be felt, not as a distant concept, but as an undeniable presence. In this space, the boundaries that once defined you begin to dissolve. You can feel it, can't you? The weight of your thoughts, your past, your body, all of it begins to fade into the background, becoming distant echoes of an identity that no longer fits. You are no longer just the thoughts you think, the memories you carry, or the roles you play. You are the infinite awareness that holds them all in stillness. As you continue to access this deeper consciousness, the more you realize that you are not confined by anything external. You are not bound by the fleeting moments of your life, nor are you limited by the stories you've been telling yourself about who you are. These are simply the costumes that your mind has created for you to wear, shifting, changing, always in motion. But beneath them, there is a constant, you. You are the awareness that observes it all. You are the silent witness to your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, and the world around you. This witnessing consciousness is not attached to any particular outcome or event. It is not concerned with the past or the future. It simply observes effortlessly, and in this pure observation, it uncovers the depth of the present moment. Imagine for a moment, standing at the edge of an endless ocean. The waves of thoughts may still rise and fall, the winds of emotions may sweep across the surface, but you are no longer a single wave or gust. You are the vast, infinite ocean itself, deep, still, and unmoved by the turbulence on its surface. You are the expansive space in which all things arise and return. And it is from this place that you can experience life with profound clarity, peace, and a sense of boundless freedom. This is the ultimate secret to unlocking your hidden consciousness. You are already free. You are already whole. You have never been broken, incomplete, or lacking. The sense of limitation that you feel, the stories of scarcity and struggle that your mind so often clings to are merely illusions, temporary distortions in the vast expanse of your true nature. You are not the person your mind tells you that you are. You are not the sum of your experiences, your body, or your thoughts. You are the vast, infinite awareness that transcends all of these things. This awareness is not something you need to strive for, attain, or earn. It is already here, already within you, always accessible. To realize this is to experience freedom, not the kind of freedom that comes from external circumstances, but the freedom that arises from knowing that you are not bound by them. The freedom that comes from the understanding that you are the observer, not the observed. You are the space in which the entire universe unfolds. As you settle into this awareness, you might begin to sense a profound shift. It's as if the veil has been lifted, and the world now appears as it truly is, vibrant, alive, and interconnected. In this state of awareness, life ceases to feel like a series of isolated events. Instead, you see how everything is part of a larger whole, a vast cosmic dance in which you are not just a participant, but the very stage on which the dance takes place. You are the infinite space in which time, matter, and energy arise. You are the stillness that holds the motion. You are the light that illuminates the darkness. This is who you have always been. And as you become more attuned to this truth, you begin to live from a place of deep peace, free from the confines of the limited self. This infinite consciousness is not something you need to chase. It's not a future destination. It is not a goal to be reached. It is your birthright, your essence, and it is always available to you. The more you return to this awareness, the more you realize that you have never truly been separate from it. You were never lost. You were merely distracted, momentarily caught in the noise of the mind. But now, as the noise fades, the truth of who you are shines through. And as you experience life from this space, you begin to see that the struggles, the challenges, and even the joys of the world take on a different flavor. They no longer define you. They no longer limit you. Instead, they become experiences that you observe, flowing through you like the waves in the ocean. You remain untouched, unshaken, knowing that you are not the wave. You are the ocean. So embrace this truth. You are infinite. You are free. You are not confined by time or space, by thoughts or labels. You are the vast, unbounded awareness that is always present, always aware, always whole. This is the essence of your being. And from this place, you can navigate life with clarity, compassion, and a deep sense of inner peace. As you continue to live from this space of infinite awareness, you will find that life becomes less about striving and more about being. There is no need to chase happiness, success, or fulfillment, because you already are all of these things. You are the fullness of life itself. And as you allow this truth to settle into your bones, you will experience a profound sense of ease, knowing that all you ever need is already within you. This is the power of unlocking your hidden consciousness. It's not about becoming something else. It's about remembering who you truly are, the infinite you. And once you remember, everything shifts. Life flows effortlessly, and you walk through the world with the quiet knowing that you are free, whole, and limitless. In these 30 minutes, we've only just begun to scratch the surface of your hidden consciousness. We've touched on a deeper layer of your being, but the truth is, you can tap into this part of yourself at any time. With each practice, each moment of stillness, this space becomes more accessible, more real. It's not a distant goal to achieve, it's a homecoming to your true self. So now that you've unlocked a glimpse into this vast space, the question is, what will you do with it? Will you continue to live in the fog of the ordinary mind, entrapped by fleeting thoughts and distractions? Or will you choose to walk the path of presence, awareness, and limitless potential, where the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary. The choice is yours. Every moment holds the opportunity to return to the quiet stillness of your true nature. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. This journey to unlocking your hidden consciousness is not a destination, but an unfolding. Embrace it, for you are just beginning to awaken to the infinite depths of your own being. As you move forward, remember that the door to this awareness is always open, waiting for you to step through at any moment.